Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Sporia Campaign. Last time, we continued to defortify our country and adopt a new strategy of building tribal settlements and consolidating our population in our core as we aim to maximize our tax and manpower in peacetime. However, notably, last time, peacetime came to a sudden end with a very surprising invasion by the Lysimachans of all people, who shortly thereafter called in their northern feudatories, who are now part of the war as well. We panic hired a couple of mercenaries after Scythia also declared war on us, seemingly trying to take advantage of the Lysimachid declaration to catch us when we were not prepared. As it turned out, because the Lysimachids declared first, we actually had forces on the way down. So we defeated an initial Lysimachid attack at Olitus, and with the mercs we purchased, we have now got the Lysimachid front under siege. I'm still not 100% sure long-term what I want from the Lysimachid peace deal. We'll come back to that in a moment, but we are responding now to the Scythian attack with our forces over here. Now with Scythia, I do actually know specifically what I want from the peace deal. I want to get the Tania Majoris province, the territory that they hold. Now, I don't love getting a tiny section of Sarmatia, and there's an argument for going for more of Sarmatia if I'm going for part of it. And I do have 0 AE, but I don't really want to conquer a longer border here with the Scythians when I need to ultimately think about my defense from them, right, the Scythian wall. And although this province would allow me to shorten the Scythian wall by quite a bit, essentially moving it south to be up against the river, in fact, I think if I put a fort in Artilne, that will allow me to shed 3 current forts. So certainly a big improvement on the structure of the Scythian wall while I maintain it. Of course, long term, I will eventually conquer all of this from Scythia, but I don't really want to conquer a bunch from Scythia right now. I just kind of want to get this and then come for them later after I finish my very, very long-term project of internal population reorganization, strengthening my core population, my levy, my manpower, my tax, all that stuff. Scythia will always be there, but I think that overall, my plan is to just get this and kind of call it there, which means I do have to actually siege Bila and get a lot of war score. Fortunately, Scythia has not fortified most of their provincial capitals, despite having plenty of reasons to figure out that that's probably good to do, nor have they fortified any of these cities. Scythia never changed. But either way, in terms of the Lysimachid War, at this point, we could just kind of wait for them to agree to white peace, and I'm honestly probably going to go for that. I may force the issue by, should I assault this fort? I think we wait until this recovery tick and then kind of take stock. But I would win the assault if I did it with the mercs, and it would save me a little bit of money. I do also have these mercs coming in. Perhaps a bit of a panic hire, but, you know, when you're being invaded by the Lysimachid Kingdom and Scythia at the same time, you use all 3 merc slots. That's the way it works. So I think this was a reasonable reaction, given I wasn't exactly sure how much strength I'd be facing from both fronts, but the Lysimachid threat has been quite underwhelming so far. So all things considered, I think what I'm going to do is, first of all, with this huge force here, I think I may just go and try to assault Bersentia, honestly. This will be expensive. Well, it would be very expensive. Level 3 fort. That's no joke. Now, if any army in the game can actually assault Bersentia, it would be this absurd 43,000 man stack. So that should be on the table. And I guess the question is, do I go for that? I could send, I'm going to send the horses via the north towards, towards Bila to try to get that under control. I think over here, I just need to get in a 4 score to get the Bila deal and then call it there, yeah. I think, although it's tempting to go for something grander and more impressive, I guess the thing is, right, if I were to try to get Scythia, or I should say Sarmatian land, because I don't want to also enter Atarica, how would this change things? The awkward part with the shape of Tarica is the Scythian wall would have to be quite extended over here to sort of maintain it in its current form. I'd much rather just reduce the Scythian wall up here and still keep the borders relatively the same. I think I'm fine to just take this stuff up here from Scythia, and that's pretty much it. I could try to release stuff from them. That might not be the worst idea, actually. Yeah, I think that's probably worth going for. As for the Lysimachids, let's see. Yeah, let's wait for the tick and see how things are looking there. So over here, with our horses headed to Bila, they should be able to get there, no problem. I think I will go ahead and... yeah, you're going to recover pretty much up there. Head on over to Bersenthia and put it under siege. They're not going to be able to dislodge me, and this will freak them out. So we'll see what we can do. I'm also going to... and this is... I can afford it right now. Let's send these guys south. I don't think I need them in the Scythian theater after all. We're going to have you come down here and join these guys. I could disband them. I was thinking about it, and it would probably be fine, but the last thing I need to do is disband mercs that I've paid for that I haven't used for anything, and then Lysimachids show up with 30k or something like that. So let's proceed. We're going to catch these guys? Really? How? Okay. I did not think I'd catch these guys. Okay. Well, that works. I thought they were going to get away, but apparently not. Okay, so over here, I'm going to go ahead and do an assault. Get that cleared up. That should be fine. Oh, they did get away. That's what I thought would happen. You know what? I'm actually going to... okay, yeah, because of the zone of control, I can't catch them after all. I'm going to go over here and... yeah, 9k is a bit more substantial. They could assault through and get into my back line. Also, speaking of breakthroughs, we have a breakthrough from Min Montis. Excellent. Okay, what was I going for over here? I got military artisans for some reason. Man, what was I going for? Was it to get to quick march? I mean, that would be a good thing to get. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I just got that for the investment. That's probably honestly why I got it. Okay, getting to minus 0.02 monthly corruption would be great. Let's grab administrative patronage for even more ticking corruption loss. Encouraging our governors to develop personal ties of patronage with subjects increases both the loyalty of their subjects and reinforces the system altogether. Okay, that looks good. Now, I could split this force in half. In fact, I think I will do that. I'm going to have some of these guys split off. Maybe you. 6k should be sufficient for now, with the 9k over here. The rest of you... find the leader again. Head this way. Okay, that looks good. Any of these promises need to be changed? Yeah, this need, because it's now disloyal, I have to switch that. That's too bad. Anywhere else? Yes. Okay, Troismus is done. Go get to work on Orgame. You head down to Orgame. I think I'm just going to slow siege it for now. Mintautus Jagraditis died. Okay, the Elder. Rest in peace. Alright, not you. You'd be fine. Need to build statesmanship on you, but you look promising at least. 6688. Oh yeah. That is a promising guy right there. That's fine. Might be better to switch these two for now, but we'll get AE shortly, I'm sure. Alright, Percentia's under siege. But these guys are still running away. We'll just hold it under siege for now to apply some pressure. That's fine. I don't like the Scythian Navy. Are they going to block me? That'd be really funny if they pulled that off. Okay, they didn't think of doing that. I don't like the Scythian... What I was saying a moment ago, I don't like the... Huh? Do they have mercenaries on board? Is that what that says? Ganmentites mercenaries. Are they sailing mercenaries into my core? Well, that's not good. Is that what they're doing? Doesn't the interface usually show? Okay. Scythia might be up to some no good here. This could be a problem. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. And you know what? Let's see, 18... No, this is Ganmentites mercenaries. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on. I just had them selected. That's why it showed that. I was thinking the interface usually shows when there's an army on the boat, so that was just a senior moment, I guess. All right, that's fine. All right, what do we have down here? Definitely some strength down here from the locals, but not enough to dislodge me, especially after a tick or two, and especially with the mercs coming in. We should be fine. Here come some mercs, by the way, for Orgame. They fortunately have to get all the way down there to unblack flag, so that is nice. You guys head there. Okay, now catch him there. Good. Should be a, probably not a stat way, but should be a pretty substantial thing there. Fugitives cross the border from Amisawarjo. Okay, I don't care about these guys at all. They're just going to walk by. They could actually probably attack me if they organized, but this is multiple AIs, so they're not going to organize. They're going to have to re-siege Troismus as well, though they could probably assault it pretty quick. If these mercs die, it's not really a huge deal, frankly. Alright, let's see how this battle in Olbia goes, and then we'll... Okay, what? These Scythians are so fast, they have got to slow down. I don't love the Scythian navy sailing around in my core, but I can't extend the Scythian wall to the rivers. That's not in the cards here. Alright, here's the battle at Ectonopolis. If we're going to win, that is what I expected. Not as good of a win as I hoped, but they had, what? Oh, river crossing. Yeah, okay, sure. If you insist. I'll cross the river again, back down to Olbia. Alright. Getting there. Now, let's review the idea of setting up Orgame as our tributary, which... Obviously, Lissamaka tributary would be hilarious, but this is not anywhere near the cards. This is going to require 17 war score, which we will have. I guess I need to wait until I'm allowed to do it to sort of see what they pay me. But these guys here can dislodge the Troismus siege. I'll wait for this, and then I'll do an assault at Orgame with those guys arriving. No need to rush that. Okay, these guys are finally over here getting Bila. Perfect. And I guess I really should give some more serious thought to whether taking more of Scythia is a good idea. I think my reasons for just getting this to extend the Scythian wall, colonize this, obviously as part of that, and then I can also then form Slavia, which obviously would be cool to do. I've been able to do this for a while, and I think I've had some comments in videos where people have said, when are you going to form Slavia? And I think there's really no reason not to. It doesn't change my government form. It gives Bialystok a nice bonus, which was great. I get a great modifier for 20 years, almost 21 years, so that's excellent. 5 free province investments is excellent as well. This is really weird to be forming a tier 3 formable with no cities. Has this ever been done in Imperator Rome? And it will change the name, probably change the color and the flag, which will take a little bit of time to get used to. It will finally free me from the having such a similar color to Scythia. It's really, on this map mode, it's like, where is the border? The Scythian wall only exists in my brain on that map mode. But okay, so I will be taking this. That part is not in dispute. But do I want to get more of this region while I'm at it? And I think in terms of my main goals of sort of caging off Scythia, I don't really think there's like a middle ground approach here. I either get Tanais, or I should say Tanaya Maioris, and narrow the Scythian wall up onto the river Tanais, or I go for much, much more, right? For example, if I could, because I can just colonize the whole, and I probably will actually colonize the whole of Tanaya, because Scythia has bizarrely not taken any of it. This will actually give me a border directly with Alania, which we shouldn't overlook, but, well, a border over the river, I should say. But I could do this, and I guess I shouldn't say that I would do this. I could do this if I want to extend the Scythian wall super, super far. But I guess what I could do, if I were to grab this, really, that being said, the Scythian wall and the length of my fort wall is not a huge deal. My economy's fine. I can certainly afford more forts, right? And there's advantages to getting more territory, obviously. One thing I can do is I can remove Sarmatian population. I'll be taking mainly Bedinian pops up here. This conquest will essentially not weaken Scythia at all. I don't think it will have any effect. But taking some of their Sarmatian population could actually be strategically quite good. Yeah, it's just, I basically would need to do another kind of like, conquest of Scythia, like massive Scythia region, like massive peace deal with a gigantic AE cost to really pull off what I would need to pull off here. I don't really feel like this is the right time for that. I think what I want to do is I want to get the stuff I need to form Slavia and continue focusing on internal stuff. I can always, yeah, I feel like I'm spending a lot of time justifying why I'm not conquering more. But I just think ultimately that taking tons and tons of stuff from Scythia right now, it feels like I'd be overextending myself. I need to focus on my core regions right now. My next region in mind is Hyperborea, not Sarmatia. Sarmatia is a really awkward region to conquer all of anyways. I could go up to the river and kind of conquer the western portion of Sarmatia for now and then leave the eastern portion. But still, like, western Sarmatia, this is like, I don't know, I'd guess this is like a 50 plus AE piece, probably more than that, given the number of territories. They're not very good territories, but it is a large number of territories. So I'm just really hesitant to overextend myself here. Not to mention, if I do take everything here, how do things change? I'd get a border with Alania. I mean, assuming I colonize this, I get a border with Alania, which would be fine. I would take quite a bit of Scythia's Sarmatian population, which would be good. And I would essentially change the border to be along this edge here and along the river, which in fairness does kind of shorten the wall again. And so I think overall, I should either take Tanaya Maioris and then colonize the rest, or I should take this and also take the rest of Western Scythia. I think here's my thinking. I absolutely don't want to go south. I like this being the border with the south for now. When I go south, it'll probably be into Dacia, not into Moesia Inferioris. So this war over here, I'm probably going to just get a white piece. And you know what? If I'm going to take part of Scythia and I'm going to establish a governorship, I probably should just go ahead and try to get Western Scythia. It will deprive them of a huge amount of Sarmatian population. And again, my theory is that they have Sarmatian population integrated by now. That is the explanation I have for the size of their levies and a number of other things I've noticed over the campaign. This is a little ahead of schedule. Again, my plan was focus on Hyperborea next after I finish my internal stuff, and then maybe go to Dacia and then go to Sarmatia. But here, because they've attacked me, the opportunity to take Western Sarmatia and extend my borders over to the much more natural border of the Tenace River, which I essentially would have as a border until I get more of Hyperborea, that works fine for me, honestly. So let's actually go for that. I've talked myself into a massive conquest, as usual, but we need more population to fuel our dystopian civilization that we've built here. So let's go for it, honestly. We've got the numbers for sure. I don't even have all my levies raised. So this is certainly doable. And I think this is a good opportunity to, well, I've got so much merc support. If I have any problems, I can rely on the mercs to turn things around. So let's go for it. This may take a couple episodes, potentially. We'll see what ends up happening here. But this guy may be able to grab a lot of these capitals without too much trouble. We got a water shortage, but we're catching these guys here. That's good. Low morale isn't great, but we are going to win this fight just through sheer force of numbers. Very good. Ooh. Oh, hello there. We've got ourselves a bit of a standoff up here. Did this guy just get raised right now? Where did he come from? Why is he not moving? Okay, well, this guy is going to cause me some problems. So we're going to run behind our fort coverage and hope he doesn't catch. In fact, we're going to run this way behind our fort coverage and hope he doesn't catch me. In fact, we're going to run this way behind our fort coverage. Please don't catch me. Okay. We should be able to outrun him, but this guy popped up out of nowhere. I think he was just summoned from the ether. Okay, good thing I have the mercs available. So yeah, I think the goal now is we peace out Lysimachids. I don't want to take anything from them. In fact, do I turn these mercenaries? No, I bring the mercs down still. This is fine. So for peace. Lysimachids are almost on board. I think when I take, or when I defeat these guys here, you know, I could just assault this and win the war, get a peace deal probably right now. Would I rather do a fight with these guys, or would I rather just keep their strength? I can actually probably get a peace deal just shortly anyways, even if I don't do anything. This would be defending, though, in Marsh. I kind of wanted to get... I want to take this fight. I think what I do is I actually pull these guys off the fort back to the forest and then go in to join the fight as these guys arrive. Let's get a more consolidated defensive fight in the marsh where we have good terrain. Military tradition, excellent. Let's see. National tribesman happiness plus 8%. Loyalty of characters plus 3. I know there's other good options, but this is such a good option for me. Meritocratic leadership. Usually the leader wasn't decided by birth, but by deed and virtue. It should be noted, army movement speed would be quite nice. Now, there are a lot of other good options too, including 3 innovations and noble output. I don't have too many nobles, but the 3 innovations would be quite nice. In fact, I think it's nice enough that I go for this first. Legendary leaders. Legendary leaders of the past inspire the tribes to this day, and their methods are used by their descendants. All right, I will be taking that. Which means we can now, I don't think I need dip range, I can now grab military patronage. Rasa will gain founder. She's also known as the Scythian. I mean, fair enough at this point. The relationship between generals, soldiers, and veterans should be extended to include an official system of patronage. This will broaden our hierarchical society even further. More monthly corruption loss. Ooh, okay, I can get 2 innovations from this, which will then allow me to grab sponsored research. I don't actually need sponsored research, but I do want the 2 innovations. Our influence on the regional stage demands that we prove our beneficence by sponsoring the patronage of popular or skilled natural scientists. Yeah, 2 free innovations is definitely worth it. Pays for itself. I can now grab Curanomia, monthly tyranny minus 0.01. The traditional hand signals employed by those skilled in rhetoric give our words a weight and believability which they previously lacked. Alright, and now we can get to the really, really good stuff. Patricinium, monthly PI influence plus 25%. We need to maximize our very limited PI. The protection offered by the system of patronage establishes legal and financial security. We should encourage this behavior among our more benevolent elite. And should I get Polybius Square right now? Who are all these people? These are all my researchers. Okay, they're going to all gain Finesse and Zeal. That's fine. Dip Rep. Okay. I'm actually not sure if this is worth getting. It is marked as like an important tech, but Dip Rep +3 and Dip Range +15% is of questionable importance, honestly. How many diplomatic relations do I have? I have 2. What's my current one? Is it my guarantee? Is this taking up a slot, really? Okay. I don't think, though, I need another diplomatic relation either, though. I think getting into Patricinium was good, but now perhaps Ooh, you know what? Now might be a great moment to grab Triumphal Coins, or actually to grab Divine Mandate. This would probably be worth getting right now, for obvious reasons. Ensuring that our neighbors know that we believe in our divine right to conquer, they should hardly be surprised when we do. Okay. I think it was worth it to go all the way down here to get Patricinium, but now it's good that I grabbed that prior to a big peace deal, which is... Oh, they're not going to go for Bila? All right. If you say so. Questionable strategic decision there. Bold first for the AI. I do like the Parthians trading with me. Okay, we got a stack wipe at Olbia. Very good. We also captured the Legionnaire from Scythia. Okay. Can we... Hold on, we'll deal with you in a moment, actually. Okay, you guys... I'm going to have you guys head to join the Bersenthia siege, but I'm going to need to set... do we have any... Here we go. Okay, hold on. Let me find a horseman led by the... someone who's got a bit more... Yeah, here we go. You're going to go on a special mission. This is going to be familiar to... to all of you. Head down and try to get some sacks for me. Yeah, that will be good. The rest of you, I am going to have go join the Bersenthia siege just for now to build... They can build morale while sieging. That's fine. Okay. And then... Do I do... Oh, I can do a ritual sacrifice. That's right. Okay. Oh, shoot. Which one did I like? Was it the decision or was it the character interaction? I should do this while I have her in prison. Because let's see. Wait, didn't I get rid of the law that lets me do this? No, I still have it here. Yeah. I was thinking of changing this later, but I still actually do have it. So can I... Hold on. Can't I sacrifice her? Where's the option? Apparently I can't, but I can do it through here. I think I will... I think it was the decision that I liked. Okay, it gives Zeal to my High Priest. And it has a chance for her to give her Lunatic. And it's going to give me one of 3 religious traits. Okay, we killed that general. We got Zealous. Okay. That's... Ooh, okay. Unintegrated culture group happiness -6%. Probably not the best trait in the universe to have, but it's okay. Also, she's still in poor health. This poor woman just can't catch a break. Okay, well, I think it's the character interaction that gives me the modifiers that I like. So unfortunate that... Okay, they're going to try to run. Understandable. Can I catch them? Ah, shoot, okay. But could I catch them if I send over... Oh, no, I can't reorganize mercs. No, I thought I could do something clever here. All right, let's see. I guess we'll have everyone just go to Orgame then. All right. I think we just wait for this to be available. Okay, well, we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens. I do also need to get Divine Sacrifices going when able. Okay, I'm going to have these guys kind of tentatively head back towards Yakant, and I'll keep an eye on that. Okay. If I sue for peace, it'll black flag the mercs, but I can send them back into my land, then they'll recover on the way over. We need to be a little bit careful about this. This could be a problem. We'll keep an eye on that. Supply. Ooh, okay. Good thing we got reinforcements coming in. This battle should last long enough for these guys to arrive, and we should ultimately win the day, given our numbers. Hold on. Spotting a opportunity here. This is probably worth doing. This will bring it, well, 33, I think, will count as being loyal still, so not quite. He also may not change his movement. Yeah, 33.10, he should still be considered loyal. That's too bad. We almost had the chance to do something very funny there. Okay, this is now looking a bit more dubious, but we got full morale here, and we just got the tick. We're going as fast as we can here. It's a big army. We also know now that that legion is gone, so... Actually, is that the same legion? I'm not sure if it is, actually. That legion might still be up there somewhere. It's not going to be like a stack wipe, so we should be able to hold out and wait for these guys. These guys may even cancel their movement. Oh, they can't because they were locked in. Feast in the name of the sacrifice. Oh, we're getting more events. I forgot about this. Oh, it is from the decision. Okay. I completely forgot. So it creates an event chain that leads to things. So we get 10 years of very, very good modifiers. Okay, this is what I remembered liking. We also have a chance for Rasa to get another trait. She got daring. I'll take an extra point of martial. Works for me. Absolutely. Okay, with everybody here, I think I should just... Do I need to do an assault? I don't really think I need to do an assault. I'm just gonna... They're taking 5% attrition, but they're taking it from being in a siege, so... Or in a besieging stance, I should say. Let's hold here for now and then just get... Because I don't want to deplete these mercs for no good reason. I may need them in the war against Scythia, so... Although probably not, honestly, at this point. I don't think there's any rush now to end the Lysimachid War. I've got all the forces I need over here in place. I'm working on it. Okay, we're coming in just a few days here. Alright, there we go. We're coming in with more morale as well. Was that a breach? No, it was not. Alright, not the best fight I've ever taken, but I don't have the most options. Alright, there we go. You just get to work causing trouble over here. Now, Tenace is very fortunately for me in the Taurica region, so I don't think I need to worry about Tenace. I don't think it's going to prevent me from taking the Scythia stuff, but if I have to siege Tenace, then I have to siege Tenace. It is what it is. Over here, let me just sack what I can, and then I'll get Chersonesus at the end. Sacking of Kirkenitz. Okay. Do I want to get... oh, does she already have Cruel? I don't think she does. It says she doesn't get the trait. Okay, none shall hide. We want to cause maximum damage over here. Alright. You, let's see. I did notice, I didn't forget that there was that defeated army that ran into the Fog of War here, so they're lurking around here somewhere. I probably can't overstay my welcome too much here. Let's go for... I think it is worth it. So let's go for Pantakaipean and see what we can do there. Colonizable, that's fine. Battle of Bersenthia, very good. Did we capture? We did actually capture him. Excellent. Alright. They are going to run this direction. Interesting. We're going to let our morale recover for a couple months there because we are in very bad shape. But excellent development in that war. Okay, Lysimachids are almost open to peace. Let me just keep this under siege for a few months. And then we'll peace them out. I think... getting an Orgame tributary. Pros and cons. The pro is that Orgame becomes my defense against further Lysimachid antics, and probably won't be confident enough to just do an independence war against me of their own accord. The con, well, there isn't really a con, actually. I get money from them, probably not that much. Yeah, I think this is probably worth getting just to... But then again, I guess the thing is, does Orgame keep their 2 forts? If they keep their 2 forts, they remain a pretty good bulwark against the Southerners. Because if they're attacked... Because, I mean, Lysimachids have a claim on me directly. So, if Orgame is a... So, Orgame is a bulwark against... Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, having them be a tributary doesn't really change anything about Lysimachid attacking me directly. They have to go through Orgame. But Orgame would probably just give them military access the way that they gave me military access before Lysimachids called them in. I think they're allowed to as a tributary give. I mean, they were Lysimachid's feudatory and they gave me military access. So Orgame isn't actually really a defense for me, because Lysimachids can just sail past them, right? Lysimachids certainly have got the naval capacity. I think this is just a white piece, frankly. I just don't really see... Unless I can do an alt piece deal. Okay, they actually would... Oh, no, they would not agree to any of these deals. Now, the alt piece deals are famously quite unbalanced against the player. They're very, very... They require a lot of war score for not that much. I wouldn't mind a gold alt piece deal. Let's just see what we can do down here. These mercs have got this under control. Let's just wait. Ah, okay. We've spotted the Scythian army. Okay, hold on. This is actually probably a good disloyalty candidate if I'm going to do it with anyone. That being said, she's currently not doing anything problematic for me, and if she becomes disloyal, she could still act in Scythia's interest, just not under the orders of the Scythian AI. I think we wait and see if we need to do that. Hold off for now. Just continue sieging that slow. I think this is too complicated. I think some sort of complicated peace deal with Lysimachids is interesting if I'm not currently trying to get a gigantic peace deal with Scythia. I think we just wrap up this war with a white peace, which I'm fine with. They may attack me when the white peace is over, but it's fine for now. I have to keep an eye on so many different things here. We just need to recover. We need to get back up to full morale. I may do an assault after that. I may just keep sieging. We'll see. You head over here, and then we'll head back this direction. These guys are just standing there. Menacingly, as it were. Alright. The Orgame mercs are about to unblack flag, though, which is a little annoying. Though they're going to unblack flag in the fort coverage of Troy's Miss. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work, honestly. We'll see. Alright, nice. None shall hide. This is a little questionable, but go for Theodosia. This guy may get sniped, but I'm making some money in the meantime, so that's pretty good. Supply shortage. I could win this assault, or I could win this as an assault, I should say. They're almost on board. Let's just give it one more month of sieging. We should be good to go. I'm not sure if I'll need the mercs for the Scythia war, but I'm not going to fire them now. You never know what weird development may take place. Alright, they're going to siege that. That's fine. They don't have any morale. Okay, these guys are going north. Interesting choice. Okay, sure. You head there. See what we can do. Okay, they're gonna go north now to Olitz, I guess? Olitus? Out of food, yeah, I imagine. Okay. They'll agree to white peace now. I think I'm just going to white peace with Lysimachids. Again, unless they'll agree to this deal. Maybe they will actually agree to that deal. I mean, if I can get a deal with money for a little bit of AE, that's completely fine. Okay, they'll agree to this deal. Yeah, 5 AE for 212 gold. That's not that much. War Reps is 50 war score, which is insane. Steel Knowledge, I need to get to 30 war score. That I'd have to assault and probably go into the southern feudatories. Let's just take the money and run, I think. This is a 5-year... Yeah, this is an exactly 5-year truce both ways. That's fine with me. 5 AE for this is really dubious, but okay, sure. I could just do white peace and knock it. Okay, here's the question. Would I rather have 200 gold if it means having 5 AE? I don't honestly think I would. That's too expensive on AE. Let's just get a white peace. In peacetime, with everyone lowered, I can make that much money in a few months. I don't need to spend 5 AE to get that money. Let's just do a white peace with Lysimachids. Alright. Mercs are black flagged, but not for long. Let's send them back. Okay. Scythians are now about to have a very bad day. I can completely focus my attention on the eastern front. Issa is immediately trying to reestablish trade with me. Alright. None shall hide over here. Alright, Scythians are going to really regret letting me get away with this. Yeah, I think the Mercs coming back will seal the deal. So let's continue playing it slow and steady. We've got the numbers advantage, but Scythia could bring in Mercs as well. So let's make use of the Mercs while we have them under contract. Food shortage. Ooh, okay. Smart maneuver by Scythia. They're going to protect their town there. This Levy may get killed, but I'm going to try to sneak in a sack of Charix while I'm down here. It's just 500 guys. I'm sure they are on board with sacrificing themselves for Sporia. Please don't ask them what they think. I assure you that's what they think. Alright. These guys are unblack flagged now. Okay, maybe moving as all three of you together is not the best idea. Let's move separately. Split them up so they aren't all stacked on each other. There's no huge rush here. They're just going to let me sack it. Wow, okay. Bold strategic choice by the Scythian AI. I keep saying it, but I'm just... I'm probably going to need the Merc help to get the war score that I need, frankly. I mean, I don't need the help. I've got the numbers, but it'd be nice to not just kill off my entire levy. Sacking of Charax. I can't believe they let me do that. Okay. This guy will, I guess, head over to Phanagoria and start working over here. Sure. Oh, here's a reason why it's good that I have the Mercs. We've got the Scythian Levy of Sarmatia coming back. Yeah, we're going to have to put a stop to that. Mercs are going to take the food now from my province as well. That's fine. Supply shortage. Okay, I think we just continue doing a slow siege here while we wait for the Mercs to arrive. We've got the... Like, I could min-max this, but I don't really need to. We've got the advantage. Don't like the Vestulia governor being on the verge of disloyalty, but that's fine. I'm going to have these guys make a bold maneuver and head over here to try to cause more... Give me more war score, see what you can do. Where's this? It's going to be in this one here. Okay. We can at least grab... Oh, we can't because of that. Okay. Actually, does it take everything except for the fort, or does the fort prevent anything else from being... I think the fort prevents anything else. So yeah, you're actually just going to rejoin the army for now. That Scandal. Alright. Ordinarily, we would simply ignore petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed wise Butus Mantle Titus was found in flagrante delicte with his lover, Baltho, okay, by his spouse, Gubja. All right, let's see. So this is my apothecary. He's doing some field work on his new his new medicinal cures, if you know what I mean. She can rival him. That's fine. This is none of my business. Yeah, she's not a character. This is my former governor. She doesn't have any current position. I don't care about that at all. Alright, you know, I'm going to go ahead and disband this merc force. I don't think I need... And you know what? I'm going to disband this merc force too. I do want these mercs to come in, but I don't frankly need this many mercenaries for where things are now. Okay, yeah, this merc force can easily beat that Scythian army. And then we should pretty much be good to go shortly thereafter. Yeah, get over there. Get me more money. It's not a bad idea to be cautious with disbanding mercs, but I don't... Like, looking at the situation, we're going to be okay. Okay, so this is the minimum peace deal. Alright. Now, let's see if we can apply the pressure a little bit. Okay, this is the peace deal that I want. It's not too much to ask. Scythia will not agree to this without a bit more pressure, but when we sack Bersentia, they will agree. So we're actually not too far off from this peace deal, all things considered. I was worried we'd not be able to do this. 55 AE is obviously a lot, but it's not as much as I thought it might be for a deal like this. I thought it'd be over 60, so I'll take this. Getting that tech probably helped out. We will go over 50 AE, which will have diplomatic consequences, but I'm just the poor defender in the war. I don't know why people are mad at me. Say they didn't want me to conquer their land, they wouldn't invade my land that I conquered from them. None shall hide. I say all that as I am currently sacking cities as well. I know. Let's go grab this from our war score. Yeah, no forts in this province. Oh yeah, they're still defending that likely. Okay. I think we've really turned things around in a big way with these double declarations of war. This has been an unmitigated success for the Sporic tribe. We're about to get a huge conquest over in Scythia. Sanctuary and Bialystok is done. Excellent. After the tick, let's see how things are looking on the... Actually, it'll show it right now, because buildings happen immediately. Okay, so... I think this is not... Yeah, maybe in peacetime we'll come back and see how that looks, but it should be quite a bit higher, probably in peacetime. Alright, nice. Oh, it's covered by a fort somewhere? I guess it must be. Alright, well... I'm going to have you kind of head back this direction and see if I can, you know, go in there and grab that. These guys will run. They won't get away in time. Once the mercs join me at Bersentia, I think I'll do an assault, and that should give me enough to end the war. After I beat this army, obviously. Okay, that's good. You head over to Bersentia. There we go. Ooh, okay, that's a bit more of a legion than I was expecting. That's okay, I still have got the numbers advantage. See, I'm immediately seeing reasons why firing all those mercs may have been a little hasty, but... Oh, they may go for my... Okay, they're actually not going for any of this, which is great. I don't want them to. We're almost there. I prefer to fight this army before I sack Bersentia, but I don't really have a way of doing that easily. So let's get in there. I mean, I guess I could just sack this again. May as well. Slow victory? Nope. Okay, defenders desert, though. That's good. Yeah, this has damaged the garrison quite a bit. We need to get this... let's just assault it now. 104 assault power. This place, like three layers of forts, 1,000 garrison. We've got 45 times their numbers in assaulters, and we have 100 assault power. We're going to win the assault. It's going to be expensive, but we're going to win the assault. I can't let these guys take anything. Okay, we just took it like that. Let's see if we can go for that. Let's head over here and kind of take stock of the situation. Okay, it wasn't under my leadership, that's fine. So we didn't control the size of the sack. Still, that is their capital taken. They're going to come back to try to get it. We'll just hold here for now. We need to wait for the tick for the effect to really be felt. But we shall see. I think they've left. I think one of those armies was that guy there. Okay, we need to do the deal now before they get this. Okay, they'll agree to this deal now. And perhaps they'll agree to even a little bit more. Can I squeeze in a release as well? Who would this be? Those guys over there. Aren't these guys a separate... Oh, it's a tributary. Okay. I mean, it'd be nice to split them off from Scythia, but that's too expensive. They won't agree to this. They almost would agree to this, but I don't have time to go... I mean, this is fine. I think this is the deal that I want. Oh, actually, no, I could do release... I was looking at cancel subject. There's a couple releases I should squeeze in the remaining war score that I currently have. Let's see. What I want to do is release people along my new border to confuse things as much as possible. Yeah, that's too expensive. That will barely do anything. They won't agree to this, although they almost would agree to it. Let's see. Almost. This one here might be good just because it will take a little bit of Sarmatian population, not that much. Where is that? Oh, it's the same area. Okay. There's not really any deals that are cheap enough for me to get that also deprive them of Sarmatian population. How about you release Legia and Rayama? Okay, they'll agree to that. Anything else I can squeeze in there that they'll agree to? No. This is fine. I'll go for this. Okay. Massive peace deal, as perhaps expected from me being attacked by Scythia. This kind of thing was going to happen. All right. We're going to be entering the Sarmatia region a little ahead of schedule, and we're going to be sending a migration over to fill in this territory over here. But let's go ahead and grab this peace deal. 55 AE. It is what it is. This will increase my rank to great power. Yes. It's about time. Here we go. Alright, Tribal Chief Rasa Mental Titan the Scythian. This name is now very appropriate. We've increased in rank to great power. We can no longer have alliances, but we can guarantee countries, intervene in wars, threaten war, enforce rebels, and support rebels. You can enforce rebels and enforce peace. What are we, the CIA? We have the following effects: integrate culture happiness plus 10%, more capital import routes, integration speed plus 0.25. I'm not going to read through all these. You can read through all this on your own accord. We can pretty much reach everyone in the world probably by now, and if we can't, we will soon be able to with other dip range bonuses. That is that, and we also look at our borders. Jeez. All right, Sporia needs to calm down. Soon to be Slavia. And once we colonize this stuff, we'll be able to do that. Scythian major power of Scythia accepts our generous peace offer. Scythian Tenaya Maioris to Sporia. Scythian Bersenthia Maioris to Sporia. Scythian Dania to Sporia. Scythian Dania Superioris to Sporia. Scythian Confluentia to Sporia. Scythian Mantessa to Sporia. And then we liberate Legia. And we liberate Rayama. There's Legia, there's Rayama. Very good. Okay. Let's lower the levy and take stock of the situation. We have a new Sarmatia governorship. We can also now disband the Mercs. Money-wise, we're in good shape immediately, and it's about to get to be even gooder shape. More trade route slots have now opened up immediately. Okay, let's let one day go by just for things to adjust. Okay, immediately, people want my new stuff. Okay, So I think first things first, I want to actually immediately organize a migration to go and claim the rest of this land before I really interact with the new territory too much, just to ensure things are complete. What are we going to need? 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 24, 26, 28, 31, 33. So we need about 33 migrators. I'm sure we can find them in our nation. We may need to do this in phases. Okay, we need 33 migrators. Let me assign a governor of this new land. Okay, let's see here. Someone who doesn't have insane corruption, ideally. Who wants it? Could bring Gubja back. I don't think so, though. Could bring Jomantis, Jagroditis in here. Probably not, though. I could have a Sarmatian govern it. That would be interesting. Let's see. You're really old, so probably not you. This guy's corruption is slowly trending, but all of my attacks are now keeping it mostly under control. Local tax reduction isn't ideal, but he's devout, although that is cancelled by deceitful, and he's also ambitious, so this guy could be a problem. He's okay, though, otherwise. Let's give this guy a try. I don't really have a lot of great characters, although if I can get someone with 7 finesse at least. Ooh, okay, Freeman Happiness, Slave Output. This looks promising. Two-Faced, not ideal. Yeah, it's a -10 loyalty on her. Jeez. Or she's Bodinian as well. Alright. Goen Butis, please do not drop below 33 loyalty. Okay, I think we're hopefully going to be okay on that. We'll come back to that in a moment. Okay, first of all, let's get our trade situation figured out. Actually, before I even do that, let me go over and see dip range-wise. Who do I reach now? Has this been updated yet? Hold on. I think it has been. So I still can't reach the southernmost East Africans. I don't think this has been updated. Maybe after the tick it'll be updated. We'll come back to that then. In fact, you know what? Let me wait for the tick, and then we'll... She'll see. Okay, dip range. No, I still am not reaching further. Okay, I thought I would reach further than this. Maybe some of those dip range techs aren't actually such a bad idea to grab. Okay, either way. Let's see. So we currently have... let's see. Currently have vegetables, locally produced. We're producing horses, producing stone, bringing glass, bringing in olives, bringing in dates. Let's see here. Honey for pop growth and dip rep could be good. I have woad locally, obviously. Woad was a priority. Let's see. Exotic beasts, okay. I could bring in precious metals for citizen happiness. I don't have that many citizens, but most of the ones that I do are conquered, so this would be helpful. I could get 1 set of gemstones. It could be worth securing. It's valuable as well. Yeah, 4% country civ level is huge. Let me get the 1 gemstones I can reach, and then maybe we'll, once our AE goes down, get access to more. Let's see here. It's good to secure the gemstones. Do I not have... Oh, it's from Bialystok, okay. I guess I could bring in livestock. I don't think pop promotion is actually that important in this campaign compared to some other campaigns. I could get fruit. You know, honestly, getting fruit is probably worth grabbing. It's not very valuable, but 2% local tax in Bialystok is nice. Really, of course, the benefit is the surplus. Loyalty of characters +2. Probably good. Let's trade with Armenia as much as we can here. Alright, I can get 2 more. I could go for marble, finally. It would be nice to grab that. Yeah, I'm thinking marble is the way to go, until I can get more gemstones. But then I can form Slavia and get a few more trade routes as well, so gemstones aren't too far off. I can find someone else to trade them with me. Marble is valuable. Let's grab marble from Egypt. Alright, there we go. That is going to be a nice boost to our economy once things update. Okay, as for the new territory, I will quickly see if there's any forts I need to get rid of. I think for now, because I have a peace deal with Scythia, I think I have plenty of time to destroy some of my forts. Not these ones here, but the ones over here can now actually go. I will go ahead and dismantle the northern portion of the Scythian wall, which will no longer need to be here. It did its job, but its time is concluded. Okay. Now, let me go ahead. Let's see. What's going on in the region in terms of your policies? This is probably not the best way to start. I probably need to switch all of these. Yeah, I was trying to... You know what? With my AE situation, I think I will save up, get Divine Sacrifices, and then start changing policies. This place can bleed for a little bit. We need to look at the big picture here. Definitely need to look at the big picture. Manpower's crazy. This is probably going to go up as well after some stuff updates. Okay. Let me get the migrations figured out. I needed 33. This is something I know how to do quickly, at least. Relatively. I guess... Oh, where do I start, though, is the issue. Where do all these Astians come from? Hold on. Oh, they're growing ice... Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't realize it still grows the local population. Okay, that is good to know. But that means I could actually set it up over here. I have more population to work with now. Okay. That actually does explain. Because I keep getting more minority cultures all over the place, and I don't know where they're coming from. They're being produced on the local level. I see. Okay. Fair enough. Where am I going to draw from around here? I think what I probably should do is take some of the pops from one of these territories. Where would it make sense to do that? Probably around here. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I've got a lot of extra pops around here in Oceoia. Let's do the, let's see. I kind of want to get rid of some of these Istians in the course of it. Okay, let's do it over here. Let's do it in Oceoia Occidentalis. This is a good spot. Okay. Oh wait, this is a building though. I'm worried it may destroy the building. Let's do it in Venetia Australis then instead. Yeah, this is fine. Let's move some people in here. Okay, so from Venetia, let's move all the Istians in first. Venetia Borealis. All right, all the Istians. We'll just do a 9 and 11 split, I think. No need to get too fancy. Vandalic can come over here as well. Okay, what do we have now? 6 Istians and 1 Vandalic. Oh wait, no, we've got 10 Istians and 1 Vandalic. Okay, 1 Istian needs to move back. Yeah, actually, I'll move him over here. Okay, that's fine. Let's move the slave back. Okay. So we've got 9, 1 Vandalic, and then 10. Okay, this is perfect. I just need 10 Werasporks, which I have available from Crononia Borealis. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, good. This can now, I mean, I may as well improve our trend. Do the migration here. So that's 20. You resettle here. And then I think I actually just continue. Let's see. We're kind of out over here. Let's now do it in Makate before it becomes disloyal. This actually should be changed once I have more PI. So we're going to need at least, let's see, 20 would bring us to 39. So I'll do 20 because I want to do an efficient one, but we need to ensure we end up with 39. Okay. We can just find them in the list here. Actually, this is good because local territory is growing non-spork pops, keeps me supplied with pops I can efficiently convert into Weraspork through migration. So it's not actually a serious issue. Okay, so that's 5. I'm gonna need more than that, obviously. Marinad. Do I have, what's going on in Marinad? I don't have a building there. Let's bring people from Marinad, I think. Bring over the tribesmen. Okay. I may just do a partial migration, honestly. What did I need? I've got 19. So for 33, I'll need 14 to come from Makate. So we need to get 6 more in some combination. I'll just do 6 more sporks. I don't have the brain power to do something more complicated. Ideally, Sporic Tribesmen, though. 2, 3. Save the slaves for later. What's going on, Mantora? Hold on. Not there. Oh, this is a lumber camp. I don't need these guys here. In fact, oh, are they promoting? Oh my god. I was just thinking something about this isn't right. Okay, well, good thing I have some slaves available. Okay, hold on. There we go. And then those tribesmen can come over here. All right, from Mentora. Okay, we just need to get to 16. Okay. And then Makate can migrate. Oh wait, oh shoot. Okay, hold on. No, I think I miscounted. So I do need one more to resettle here. Okay, 15 and 19 is 34. Okay, we're fine actually. I actually miscounted the wrong way, so we're okay. Worked out in the end. More population's fine. Alright, these guys will take a while to get over here. Also, let me quickly... I'm gonna run out of time. Let me actually I'll move the migrators over and check for buildings in the next episode of the Sporia campaign, which will also be when we actually form Slavia, because we'll be able to get this colonized. So next episode, we'll be forming Slavia, seeing what the new flag and colors look like, and getting our new Sarmatian holdings integrated into the Sporic nation. So that's it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.